Ah, well, the first question for the first person, can you hear me? Let's see, because I need to turn on the monitoring so I can hear my own self. Alright. First question, can you hear my voice? As I hum tunelessly. Yes, one of those. Okay, because well, there we go. Yeah, unmute. Hey, I can kind of hear my own self. Let me see if there's a volume thing I can adjust. And how's the volume? Is it conversational level? And of course I've got slow chat on because one of the things I was concerned about was griefers coming in and just raiding and spamming. So, yeah. Did line go up? Concurrent viewers, 1. I have 1 viewer. It's the best viewer in the world. But that's the whole point of this first session. It's just warming up and making sure I've clicked the right buttons. So, let me see. I'm clicking over here. There we go. Okay. Alright. So, welcome. This is my opportunity to play low and slow Minecraft. It's supposed to be a direct contrast to the various 100 Days, Forever Worlds, speed running. When I play Minecraft, or pretty much any game, I just want to relax, make things, maybe break things depending on the game, and just enjoy myself. That is the target. And that's the emphasis of this series of streams. So let's see. I was actually expecting to only have 0, so like, I do need to come up with some kind of introductory material here. This is the house that I have built for myself. It is a bit small, but you know, it has a bed. It has a little space over here that I'm thinking would be nice for storage. We have blinds on the windows. See, look at that. Isn't that fancy? We have a kind of a view. We can get up all the way to the roof here, where you can get a proper view of the neighboring area. I have cows, including baby cows, and a sheep. I need to have 2 sheep if I want a baby sheep. And I have been spending the last 20 or so in-game days, which amounts to a few hours, making a trail from here to a couple of villages that I found way in the distance there. Let's see, do I have... I don't know what I have. So anyways, and that is the emphasis for this little session. Oh no, I have 2 viewers. I'm going to panic now. The emphasis for this little session is going to be checking out that trail that I made, showing it off to y'all, and then seeing what I can do to touch it up. This area is still a little rough, but yes, cows. Cow, 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 sheep. There's normally lovely music going on in the background, but I don't want a copyright strike, so I've turned off the music soundtrack. And we'll just go for a nice little walk on this trail that I made myself by smacking dirt with the shovel. Yeah, yeah. Only the finest craftsmanship. There were a lot more trees, but in Minecraft, trees are scary. Trees are the enemy, because monsters can spawn under them unless you light the world up with 100 torches. Cows. Yes. And let's see. Down there, cave. And when I was exploring and wandering around the getting the hang of things, one of the first spots that I found was this campsite generated by the world itself, and with beds and chests. I kept waiting for somebody to show up. Villagers, whatever they call them. Nope, nobody. So to reduce the risk of that coming up in the future, I've fenced off the area somewhat so that any distractions would come from one side. And now it sort of looks like, a public campground one might find not too far in the distance. And then this trail goes for a ways. It's still pretty plain, but I like trails with a little bit of weaving back and forth, because too many straight lines, it's just too Salt Lake City for me. I need something with more of a naturalistic look. And this took a few days and a few shovels. They're very pretty flowers. The texture packs in this mod pack, in PackPack Voxy, the link, they're very pretty. And also, in Minecraft, trees aren't usually round. I appreciate that little detail here, where they are kind of round. That's from a mod called Round Trees. Not that anybody could ever guess that. Leaves. One of the other features of the game, of the mod pack, is with the light RPG elements, is they use Puffer's skills and Puffer's attributes, which lets you build up a skill tree and attack better pigs. Same to you, buddy. Lets you build up various skills, and I picked a semi-random skill set off of Modern for more of a MMO feel, and one of the things that 72 days of smacking dirt gives me is an outrageous jump. But yeah, more sheep. Yes, anyways, as I was saying, hold on. And I had to mow all this down by hand, because most of the area, when I was first walking through, looked kind of like this. Really hard to find a trail in that. So first you clear the space for the trail, then you make the trail, and the part I'm kind of at now, after I finish the tour, is doing a little bit of decoration. And of course figuring out what exactly I mean by decoration. Probably flowers. Maybe prettier lights than just torches stuck in the ground. Flowers are so pretty. And the ridiculous views are a combination of the shaders. I think it's the default shader that comes with the pack, and a Voxy, which provides the long distance view. Cows just everywhere. Something might come along, so be ready just in case. I've already lined up some flowers. What was that? I think that was an egg. That was an egg in these trying times. You can see up on the top of the hill one of the villages. That's one of the other things I was thinking about doing today, was connecting to those villages. So you already saw the first house that I built, which was fine. I'm happy with it. I got expansion ideas for it. And then I decided to get a little fancier with mixed textures and a couple of little basic flower pots. And we have a nice dock, because really, if I'm not doing a big tour, I might be taking a boat back and forth. Light scares away monsters, so, I put way too many lights out. And I like the floor. I like what I did with the floor. But now he sleeps. Complete with snoring effect. Let's see. I'm still kind of in tour guide mode, so let me take you to the villages. So I found the villages first, and then I picked a spot for the nice stone house. What? I hear you. Come out, you coward. Yeah, whatever. Let's just have a bonk there. I'm not so sure about that mod effect. No, you stay away from my house if you're gonna blow up. But yeah, the whole physics body thing is a little weird with the monsters and the sheep and presumably, other things. It's just an absolutely ridiculous jumping skill. I could show you that. Well, not like that. That's the wrong button. That is turn off the shaders. If I want that. This is what I wanted. Yeah, and I have a few things. I need to pick a few. So pufferfish, you accumulate a certain amount of experience, and then there's various categories. The categories this is like a custom set of categories from the RPG pack. The exact name of the pack is the Keystone expansion that provides these. And let me see. I've just been going in a straight line this way to see what happens. But I need. There we go. What I don't know is where I can get a summary of what nifty benefits I've gotten. This is 100. Well, all right. That must have been because of all the baby cows that I helped make. And some of these I just pick a random skill, and but this always sounds good. I have gotten far enough along in the building and architecture path that more of these skills cost 2 points, which I do not yet have. How about over here? Can I do that one? Ooh, I could. Okay. Most of these are just meaningless number go up kind of things. So, yeah. But it is a way for me to survive better while playing this style of game without actually doing all that much of the game. You know, the target goals and targets. So this is one of the villages. It's a highland village. I believe you can wander around enough. You find a door. Yes, you find a door. But yeah, it's all nice and pretty. I mean, it's supposed to be, I think, supposed to be kind of reminiscent of Scottish structure, but what's interesting is how, to me, is how distinct it is from this village. Way up there. There we go. Do a little hike. There you go. Yeah. So that one has, you know, that village down below, so there's sort of supposed to be kind of a Scottish island or vaguely UK feel. This one up here definitely feels more Central European. And, yeah, you know, maybe it would be worthwhile for me to actually work on a path because I'm getting a little nauseous following along with this leaping. Yeah. And then the upstairs village. Instead of the white stone, we've got some oak walls. Not much decoration in here. They need decorating. But, yeah. There will not be a quiz. Hi, Jen. Rabbits too? Yeah. Let me grab my money. Jim, get back here. There we go. Thanks, Jim. Let's try those rabbits too. Yeah. Okay. And I get to keep the wool. Shiny chest. Clearly I have not been to this room yet. Oh hey, hi, bang, hi. Voice is a lot softer than the, okay, yeah, that's true. Softness of the voice. That's a fair point. Thank you. Go to music and sounds. I have actually got the microphone turned up as high as I think it'll go. But there we'll be figuring out a bit of the OBS studio and all that. However, I can turn down the volume of the game so that it's not quite so overwhelming. And hopefully that'll be a bit better. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm using OBS Studio, and I've got I've got the mic AUX turned all the way up, but I think I need to fine tune that a little bit. Learning experience is definitely what, yeah, basically just turning off the bandage and getting in here to actually see what the real world usage ends up looking like. So yeah, and that mic volume or mic gain had definitely been one of my concerns, because I noticed that when I was playing back the studio video, or the video that I had made a few weeks back, I noticed that my voice seemed a lot softer than what I was hearing when I was speaking. So I tweaked a little bit, but not. Excuse me? Oh, okay. Yeah, anyways. Volume. I will be looking that stuff up later to get a more controlled audio experience. Okay. Oh, hey, this is well, okay. I'm just going to leave that stuff alone for the moment. I think I've stolen enough from these guys for today. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so let's. All right, this is one of the other fun parts compared to the. Put that away over there. Compared to the normal unenchanted Minecraft experience, it's just a fairly ridiculous fall distance from the skill tree. Because I fall a lot. So I decided that my character is built really great skill at falling. Okay, so that concludes the tour portion of the show. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with all the mess that I picked up. Mostly just stash it for the moment. Because the hell was that? And I think a sound associated with one of the. Oh. Cool. Okay. Of course, I'll have to vote back there. I mean, not there, but that's fine. Alright, so some of this. So some of what I'm wanting to do is just to make the trail itself a little prettier, and some of that is going to involve some hedge work and a few actual lanterns. Let me see what I have handy here. Not much. Enough for a lantern, but most of that more helpful stash is back at the main house. Duckies from the Untitled Duck mod. They accept seeds, and that's why there are so many more ducks right there, because I gave them some seeds. Probably should have noticed what time it was when I got going there. Has the mic versus game volume balanced out a little bit in the last 5 or 10 minutes? Hopefully. Well, I'm also recording, so I'll be able to answer that question myself later. Okay, still looks kind of cool. I'm easily amused. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm also figuring out things like how much of a delay there is in what I'm doing at the exact moment and what is being broadcast. So, and there is a few seconds of a delay at least. Okay. So let me see. I wanted. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted something about lanterns. Yes. Okay. Lanterns are made with nuggets, iron. Let me see. Yep, that ought to do it. And yeah, that's a good start. And I'm not gonna get too fancy. I'm just going to the world of fence posts make great lamp posts. Let's see. Okay. Moo. Okay. No. Oops. Yeah, wrong buttons. Yeah, we'll just forget about the buttons for now. I think with the plan in my head, I'm going to need to make more fence posts. There. It's art. I kind of wish this mod pack included more of the macaw, like macaw's lamps, macaw's lights and lanterns, because it lets me do a lot more variety of those lamps. Let's see. Hey, if I'm gonna have to do a whole lot, I'm gonna have to do a whole lot. There we go. some more of the, yeah. It's just keep with the theme of too much. I'm out here with the lantern in the daylight, like Diogenes looking for an honest man. Okay, anyways. Was it Diogenes? Anyways. Pardon me while the ADD test just takes over. Alright. Basically, one of the ideas I'm going with is to end up having this look kind of like a bike trail. But that includes getting rid of low-hanging branches. Let's see. Well, yeah, that's just rude. Safety first. Oh, that's right. I actually wanted to. Okay, hang on. I have outsmarted myself because I wanted to grab some of those leaves for a nice little hedge effect. But that's okay. I have other bushy trees I can grab from. You there. Going a little bonkers with it because I've made whole edge walls before and it was fun. But I did like there being a tree there, so let's plant a fresh one. Right there. How about right there? Okay. So, hedges. A spruce hedge is not going to be too dramatic, but I'm just going to pretend they're blackberry bushes, you know? Which I suppose is not so safe for a bike trail, but whatever. This here, this. Well, that's appealing. Okay, well, we'll come back to this later. But for now, we've got some greenery. The nice thing with, you know, these hedge walls is that they actually do slow down critters somewhat. I mean, creeper blows up at you, it's, you know, your hedge is not going to do much to protect it, but it'll slow things from charging through it. See? But I want to make sure to have little critter runs for wildlife and whatnot. Because who knows what could come running through here that isn't trying to blow up. Going a little bonkers with the hedge work because it's fun. Oh, thank you. I just saw the pretty. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe some benches, little flowers along the way, and of course I'm still putting up lamp posts because those are, you know, mandated by law. They're supposed to be well-lit areas. Maybe let's not put it directly where there's a tree that we'd have to cut down. You know, I was watching, the other day, I was watching some Minecraft videos, and it was really kind of annoying me how they just kept jumping everywhere they went. And here I am doing it. I guess it's hard to resist the temptation. I'm just so happy to be here. Yeah, let's see it without the post. I was kind of going for consistency, but there's such a thing as too much consistency. Yeah. We have bees. Dude, that's a tree. Flowers are... Okay, anyways. They'll tell you all about it, okay? Okay, cool. Little... You camping. Yeah, I was hoping. Can I do that? Oh, I can. Okay. I'm not sure I like the effect, but yeah. And this is what I do for like, yeah, an hour or two at a time. This is very much like when I was a kid making D&D maps. I kind of like that better than the one. Okay. There we go. Is there another nearby buy torches I can maybe get rid of. I don't really care for the aesthetic of a torch, but yeah. And I have almost exhausted my supply of lanterns. I think now is a good time to exhaust them. Okay. I'm glad that this isn't a hyper-realistic game, because I'm pretty sure that placement of torch would have been a fire by this point. Okay. Let's see. Where do I have some flowers? Which is closer? 600? For weird motivational reasons, I have not made a little waypoint, map waypoint for my primary base, you know, because that's supposed to keep me coming back and remembering some things. He's running. Run, Forest, run. What I'm doing right now is I'm going back where I think most of my flowers are at, because I want to lay down the pretty flowers. I'll probably set up a train or something there, you know, like a nice little transit system. Alright, where are my pretty flowers? Okay, first off, let's just oh, I might actually want those. Not so much need. Okay. Flower. Okay. Oh. Okay. So one of the thoughts that I had was the flowering azaleas right at the point to greet people. Yeah, that would have been a good spot for a lantern, huh? Oh well, we'll come back to that later. Poppies in vanilla Minecraft are much plainer than this, so I appreciate the little aesthetic extras from mods. And we'll plant tulips right by here. Look at that, okay. And some orange tulips. Where will we put the orange tulips? Here. And here. Let's see. Few areas. wonder my flowers might liven up the hedge that I put over here. I did mention flowers over here, didn't I? So, yeah. Okay, pretty, yes. Yes. Well, the white tulip, right? Yeah, no, it's just pretty. You should be up in front. Well, we can put dandelion. I don't care if they're weeds, they're pretty. They're even prettier in the game. Oh, okay. Put the fern right there. Yes. It's a nice aesthetic. Okay. These chiseled stone bricks can also be trail ornamentation. I want to try to be a little less crazy with those. And again, there's the practical side of this, that it, you know, everything that you haven't messed with is basically wild. So it's not a bad idea in these long trails to have little barriers that slow things down. But mostly it's just I made too many of these, so I needed to find random but aesthetic spots to put them. And, you know, you can do an actual wall fence thing. I like the whole log and fallen, trunk and fallen log effect. Let's see. Right, no diagonal fences here. Not so much. I'm at 8:48 right now. I've established the technical details work with some help from y'all. Appreciate that. And I've seen what the core gameplay loop looks like for me. And I'll probably be wrapping it up pretty soon here, just because I don't have a whole lot of excitement left for you. Oh, there is one cool thing that I was playing with that comes with the mod pack. There's a mod called Jake's Build Tools, and it has some nifty things. Can I do that? No. How do I do this? I forget how to do this. Okay. Yeah, see, you can just replace, let's just replace a block. So, gradually turn the trail to, a brick path. But I'll probably keep puttering a little bit after this stream, just because I'm basically pausing here because the ADD side of my brain is tired of the headset. But, hello, sheep. Maybe at some point, not right now, but at some point I can do a little research on what might be a more comfortable headset to wear. Do I have any seats? I don't. Do you like these? No. Oh well. There we go. Duckies! I know you can hear me. There you go. Happy duck. The goose. Hi, Axe Jake. I mean, the winding down phase of it was my very first stream, so brain is tired. But hi, welcome. I will be doing this again and building up endurance to do more of, longer sessions where I'm paying attention to something besides the blocks in the game. But I'll be winding it down pretty quick here. Just wanted to, there was a particular couple of things that I was wanting to do. Yes. Throw bone meal on the pretty flowers, make more pretty flowers. There we go. Man, there's a lot of rain over here. Okay. So right now I'm going to be setting up for the next phase of my dire plan, which is mainly to be setting up the trails to those other villages. It's a PackPack Voxy mod pack. It's on Modrent, and I put a link to the mod pack in the description for the video, because this video is definitely more of a showcase of that mod pack than it is about my Minecraft skills or my live streaming skills. Voxy is amazing for the long distance, and the various texture packs and mods that the PackPack author picked make absolutely gorgeous experiments. So yeah, check it out. It's Java Minecraft 1.21.11. And yeah. my plan is to set up a pretty regular schedule. I don't know about every day because that depends on my energy and attention span at the end of a work day, but a few times a week at about this same time that I started, 8 o'clock my time, Arizona, UTC -7, pretty consistently around then, because that's late enough that the main tasks for the day are resolved, but I still have some energy for, goofing off and puttering. But yeah, PackPack. Okay. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and wind it down. Thank you, folks, very much for joining me. This has been enough fun that I want to do it again and better. And I might even decide what that means. But okay, thank you.